Imagine a country that sells far more than it buys, not just from a few, but almost every nation on Earth. That's China's trade story. It's a manufacturing behemoth. This trade imbalance has most publicly come to a head in China-US trade relations, the world's two biggest economies. In 2024, their goods trade deficit with China was a massive $295.4 billion. And reducing this trade deficit has been a key priority of the Trump administration and a trigger for the trade war that has been underway. However, this trade deficit isn't unique with the US. In 2023, China had a trade surplus with a staggering 150 out of 181 countries it traded with. This relationship doesn't seem likely to change, as in January 2025, China reported a record trade surplus for 2024 of $992 billion. So, why does China have a trade surplus with so many countries? And does it matter?
The reason why China has been so effective in manufacturing and exporting lies in a unique economic development model China has adopted since the late 1970s, especially from 1990s onward. This economic model entails a set of institutions and policies that encourage investment and capital formation. For example, it uses practices such as state subsidies, financial and labor repressions, and also a regulatory regime that prioritizes economic development over societal concerns. They also keep the wages low and the welfare spending limited to produce a large, inexpensive, but hardworking labor force. So we can see how this economic model has been working in practice from the example of Tesla. Tesla had its China Gigafactory in Shanghai since 2019. To attract investment from Tesla, the local governments in China has been providing a variety of forms of benefits, including business subsidies, subsidized bank credits, cheap industrial facilities and land, and also support for worker recruitment. As a result, the cost of building a gigafactory in Shanghai is 65% lower compared with the same gigafactory in the United States. And also the unit production cost for the same Tesla vehicle in China is at least 20% cheaper than anywhere else. So that makes the Tesla vehicle produced and exported from China extremely competitive in the global market. Whatever happens between China and the United States, we are seeing a fundamental shift of global trade regime from a globalized multilateral trade regime featured with free trade into one that is more fragmented, that have higher trade barriers on average. Major economies like EU, like UK, and also Japan, they're going to set their independent trade approach with China because of their own problems with China, their large trade deficits. Now China has to adjust itself and accommodate to the new changes, to the new era. And how well China adjusts is going to be critical to the economic future for China, but also will have profound implications beyond China's border.